In times of great uncertainty, some things become more clear. The things we take for granted, the people we depend on daily. Here at 11Alive, we'd like to say thank you. First responders, medical staff, sanitation workers, truck drivers, postal workers, and every brave Georgian doing their part to make a difference. We see you, we hear you, and we appreciate all that you do.
Let's start with a viral message going around. Quote, vast majority of people who died had ibuprofen Advil in their system. This message is fake.
We just bought 20 dust masks for $97.
Are you doing this to help people, or are you doing this to make money, or both?
Both. Take this email sent to the Verify team. Is it safe to have your house cleaned by outside workers? The best practice is to limit guests to emergencies only.
We know things are changing every day, but we're here with you. Continuous COVID-19 coverage during prime time. We're committed to giving you facts, not fear, on 11Alive News Primetime, weeknights from 8 to 11 on WATF.
There are everyday actions to help prevent the spread of respiratory diseases. Wash your hands. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Stay home when you are sick. Cover your cough or sneeze. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects with household cleaning spray. For more information, visit cdc.gov/COVID-19. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Today at noon on 11Alive.
Welcome back. Higher pay and better benefits, big draws for jobs in the tech sector. Yet blacks and Latinos make up a tiny fraction of that workforce. Sharon Epperson reports on a nonprofit that's trying to change that.
Working in tech wasn't on Jossie Julian's radar when he was in high school.
It was a totally foreign concept to me. Through All-Star Code, really, I was really able to open my eyes to the power that tech has.
All-Star Code, a nonprofit educational organization, aims to get black and Latino young men interested in tech by teaching them computer science.
I just found it super empowering to be able to take something from concept to a technically executed project.
Empowerment is the goal, since the most recent U.S. employment data shows blacks and Latinos make up less than 15% of computer and information technology managers.
Providing access, providing an exposure, providing skills into the tech sector at the high school age is incredibly important.
Danny Rojas is executive director of All-Star Code, which went virtual this summer with 152 students. Mentoring innovative entrepreneurs is part of its mission.
We not only need to be consumers of technology, but we need to be creators of technology.
Having some coding skills is sort of like being dressed for success.
One of the few black tech CEOs in the country, Rocket Lawyers Charlie Moore, says these programs provide an on-ramp for many careers.
There's so many careers that are available now for somebody who is a computer scientist. That on-ramp can make you better as a lawyer or as a physician or medical researcher. You name it, you can be better if you've taken some computer science, if you've learned to code.
Thanks to this coding academy and its corporate sponsors, at 21, Jossie Julian is a Google software engineer.
The big takeaway there is that it's not really something that companies should be opting into because of a political trend or something like that. A company should really feel a sense of responsibility to bridge the gap.
And help to change the face of tech.
Wow, and Target says it's also working to increase diversity. The company says it plans to increase its black workforce by 20% in the next 3 years. The announcement coming in the company's latest diversity report. Target's chief diversity and inclusion officer says leadership development and training programs will also be offered to black team members. And in 2019, about 15% of the company's employees were black, but representation dropped to just 5% among officers. All right, spooky season is here and Six Flags is open for a Halloween fest. Next, how the theme park plans to operate amid the pandemic.
Today at noon on 11Alive.
We are seeing that lack of smell or altered taste can be a symptom.
We answer your coronavirus-related medical questions. Because 11Alive is where Atlanta speaks.
Televised newscasts not enough for you? Get even more at 11Alive's YouTube channel, where you'll find uncut interviews, extended body cam footage, live streams of Atlanta's biggest trials, and more. Subscribe to 11Alive today.
Let's start with a viral message going around. Quote, vast majority of people who died had ibuprofen Advil in their system. This message is fake.
We just bought 20 dust masks for $97.
Are you doing this to help people, or are you doing this to make money, or both?
Both. Take this email sent to the Verify team. Is it safe to have your house cleaned by outside workers? The best practice is to limit guests to emergencies only.
We know things are changing every day, but we're here with you. Continuous COVID-19 coverage during prime time. We're committed to giving you facts, not fear. On 11Alive News Primetime, weeknights from 8 to 11 on WATF.
There are everyday actions to help prevent the spread of respiratory diseases. Wash your hands. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Stay home when you are sick. Cover your cough or sneeze. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects with household cleaning spray. For more information, visit cdc.gov/COVID-19. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Today at noon on 11Alive.
We are seeing that lack of smell or altered taste can be a symptom.
We answer your coronavirus-related medical questions. Because 11Alive is where Atlanta speaks.
Televised newscasts not enough for you? Get even more at 11Alive's YouTube channel, where you'll find uncut interviews, extended body cam footage, live streams of Atlanta's biggest trials, and more. Subscribe to 11Alive today.
Welcome back. Happening today, Six Flags Over Georgia is opening again for Hollow Fest, and amid the pandemic, the park is making some major adjustments. If you're thinking about paying with cash, think again. You will not be allowed to use cash anywhere inside the park. Only credit card, debit card, and mobile pay options will be accepted. That includes Visa, MasterCard, American Express, Discover, Apple Pay, Google Pay, and debit transactions. Now, Six Flags is one of the first theme parks to make this change. And the man who gave us the line, "Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get," he's died. American novelist Winston Groom passed away Wednesday night in Alabama. He created the iconic character Forrest Gump, writing the book, which then went on to become a movie in 1994 starring Tom Hanks. The movie won 6 Academy Awards. Alabama's governor tweeted, "Saddened to learn that Alabama has lost one of our most gifted writers." He was 77. And season 13 of The Real Housewives of Atlanta is going to look a little different. That's because NeNe Leakes just announced she's leaving the popular reality show. NeNe has been a fixture on the show since it premiered in 2008. In a video, NeNe says, quote, "I have been on an extremely long, exhausting, tiring, emotional negotiation. There has been a lot of emotion flying on both sides. It's been hard, and I have made the very hard and difficult decision to not be a part of Housewives of Atlanta Season 13. One of the show's producers thanked NeNe for her time on the show, calling her an icon of the genre. That was Mr. Andy Cohen. And that does it for 11Alive News at 11:30, but we have much more coming up at 11Alive News at noon.
11Alive News at noon starts now.
A Georgia detention center accused of performing surgeries on detainees without them understanding whether it was really necessary. Why Planned Parenthood is now getting involved amid the calls for a federal investigation. And time is ticking down for the popular social media app TikTok. President Trump making good on his promise to block distribution of the Chinese app starting next week. Hello, I'm Francesca Emaker. Good to be with you. Today is National Black Voter Day, the first one ever. It's a day to empower and mobilize Black Americans before the November election. Today, Nick Sturdivant spoke with State Senator Nikema Williams, who is running for Congress, about the importance of this movement.
The push is not only to make sure voices are heard come Election Day, but in particular, Black voices.
And so we have to be intentional about making sure we're doing the educational pieces and reminding people to take the time today, request your absentee ballot, make your plan to vote.
Friday marks the first ever National Black Voter Registration Day, a day put together by BET, the National Urban League, and other civil rights organizations. And it's a day that Senator Nikema Williams says holds a lot of importance in Georgia.
And we need to center Black voices. Black voters are going to decide the margins of this election.
Williams was handpicked by Georgia Democrats to be on the ballot in hopes to fill the late Congressman John Lewis's seat in the 5th District, a district, according to census data, that is more than 57% Black.
Our June primary election, in spite of all of the hurdles that voters had to go through, we saw an increase in Black voter turnout. The 5th District is one of the most Democratic seats in the entire country, and it's not just Black voters, but it is multiracial communities.
Williams also faced some heat lately for declining the virtual debate against her Republican opponent and political newcomer, Angela Stanton King. King responding on social media, calling Williams' refusal disrespectful and that it shows her elitist attitude.
I have a 5-year-old son who's in virtual kindergarten upstairs right now, and I work full time, and I have listened to what Ms. King has said. I ignore her by and large because she's not representative of the values of the 5th Congressional District.
Nick Sturdivant reporting, and the Buckhead Theater is joining the list of entertainment venues set to serve as voting sites for the November election. The concert venue offers Fulton County an alternative site since some of the usual polling places could not be used due to lack of space to social distance. The theater joining State Farm Arena as a key entertainment site to host voters. State Farm Arena will only be available for early voting. And every day we will have our own political team on standby ready to tackle these problems, as well as bring you perspective and analysis on the races that impact you and your community. So feel free to email us at whereatlspeaks@11alive.com. A call today to shut down a Georgia detention center accused of performing unwanted surgeries on women detained there. Mara Sirianni has the latest.
Leaders of Planned Parenthood and other organizations are backing the victims' claims. They say what's happening inside the Irwin detention facility about 3 hours south of Atlanta is an attempt to stop immigrant women from reproducing. In a complaint filed by the human rights group Project South to the Department of Homeland Security Inspector General, whistleblower Dawn Wooten detailed the alleged abuse happening inside of the Irwin County detention facility. Wooten worked as a nurse at the center in Osceola until July when she was demoted. She claims detained immigrant women are subjected to forced and coerced hysterectomies. Today, representatives from groups including Planned Parenthood, Sister Song, and Project South are calling for the facility to close amid the allegations.
We believe that ICE should be abolished. We know that this is not a system that is for our communities. It is not a system that is committed to making sure that our people survive and thrive.
LaSalle Corrections operates the prison. It has yet to comment publicly.
All right, you see a little bit of sunshine poking through some of those clouds. It's going to help to heat us up into the 80s later on this afternoon, but really those clouds aren't going away. They're going to stick around not only for today and tonight, but into tomorrow as well. We have partly to mostly cloudy skies right now over the metro area. No rain to speak of, and I don't think we'll see any rain coming out of those clouds. I know you got those Friday night football games tonight. I think you'll be fine. Make sure you social distance. Temperatures are in the 70s right now, 75 degrees here in Atlanta, looking at 77 degrees over in Covington, 79, getting close to 80 in Athens and over toward Edenton, 73 degrees, the cool spot up in Blairsville. Your forecast calls for temperatures to hit 81 today, again under a mix of sun and clouds, 76 degrees by 7 o'clock tonight when those Friday night football games start. Back in the day, I was Anyway, over the weekend, we're looking at some cooler temperatures coming our way. 72 degrees will be your temperature, high temperature on Saturday. Again, that mix of sun and clouds. I think late we'll see those clouds begin to break up. It's going to bring the sunshine to us on Sunday. Still the same temperature, although we'll start off with 54. Very cool. We'll get up to 72 degrees for your afternoon high, and fall will be sticking around. We'll tell you how long in the full forecast coming up. Francesca?
Chesley, thank you. The remnants of Hurricane Sally creating some dangerous situations as trees fell across metro Atlanta. 2 people were killed. A woman walking her dog near Snellville died Thursday morning when a tree fell into the road, hitting her and injuring her dog. And neighbors say Gerald Crawford died Wednesday night when a tree fell on his southwest Atlanta home. An emergency dispatch supervisor is now off the job after posting what the chief calls a racially charged post on social media. Take a look. Rhonda Moore shared this post on her personal Facebook page 3 months ago. It shows the Confederate flag with the words, "If this symbol represents racism in America, so do these." Below that, the post shows logos for Black and Hispanic organizations and causes. 2 Black 911 officers and colleagues of Moore say they were shocked and have never seen that side of her. There she is. Moore told investigators she shared the post because it expresses what she believes and insists she didn't mean to offend anyone.
As far as the rebel flag, this doesn't stand for racism. And as far as the BLM and all that, that's an organized group that is out to do nothing but cause issues with the law enforcement and with the public.
Moore says she's now consulting with an attorney with what her options are now. New at noon, time is running out for TikTok. The popular social media app will not be selling its business to Microsoft, and a new ban takes effect this weekend. Starting this Sunday, the Commerce Department plans to restrict access to TikTok. At first, you'll still be able to use it, but there won't be any new downloads. The bigger issue will be in November, when the ban on crucial services like internet hosting takes effect. The crackdown comes amid allegations the app is collecting huge amounts of data from users and its connection to China's military and intelligence services. Now to the COVID-19 outbreak right here in Georgia. Numbers in our state are improving bit by bit. The state reporting just more than 1,800 new cases yesterday. Hospitalizations are also trending downward. Now take a look at this chart right here. It shows COVID-19 testing is increasing, up for a second day in a row. That's good, but those numbers need to stay consistently high to give health experts a better idea of how widespread the virus is in our state. And CVS is adding 18 more COVID-19 drive-through testing sites across the state of Georgia this weekend. This brings the statewide total to 149 sites. At some locations, children 12 years old and up are now eligible for testing. Download the 11Alive News app for a list of locations. It's in the As Seen on TV section. And testing for coronavirus without leaving your home, This morning, we are connecting the dots on how this new test could work. Finding out if you have coronavirus could soon be as simple as grabbing a nasal swab and opening an app. Let's connect the dots. A computer company and a biotech company have announced the creation of a rapid at-home COVID-19 test. Think of it like a home pregnancy test, just without the plus and minus symbols. The company says the test can detect coronavirus in 90% of cases, compared to the nearly 100% accuracy you get with the PCR test, the one where the nasal swab is stuck all the way up the nasal cavity. So how does it work? According to the makers, you use a nasal swab on both nostrils, then put the swab in a small vial of solution provided. 4 droplets from the tube are placed on a rapid test base, and then lines will form depending on how much of all the virus is found. You use an app to scan the lines, and it tells you the results, all within 15 minutes. Now, this test is not on the market yet and still needs to be evaluated by the FDA to see if all the claims hold up. And according to reports, there is still no word on what it would cost. But cheap, effective at-home tests could be an important weapon to stop the spread of COVID-19. Today, for the first time, we're hearing directly from a man punched by deputies during a traffic stop. Roderick Walker had been in jail since last Friday when he was arrested in Clayton County. He was finally released last night. So today was our first chance to ask him questions about what happened. 11Alive's Joe Hankey caught up with him today.
Well, Fran, Roderick Walker bonded out of jail less than 24 hours ago, with his attorneys at the time saying he was heading directly to see medical specialists for his injuries that he suffered during that arrest last Friday. Yesterday, we confirmed with the Clayton County Sheriff's Office, Brandon Myers, who joined the Sheriff's Office less than a year ago, last November, was the deputy fired for excessive force following the arrest. An incident report details deputies pulling over a vehicle for a broken taillight. The report states Walker was in a front seat, not wearing a seatbelt, and refused to identify himself for the deputy. A deputy tried to detain Walker, the report reads, until he was ID'd. The report states Walker then ran, fought with deputies, was tased, continued to punch deputies. Deputies then pinned Walker to the ground and punched him in return. A deputy wrote in the report Walker said he ran because of an outstanding arrest warrant in Fulton County. Walker's attorneys in the press conference moments ago said they are questioning the details of the report and the narrative in it, but with Walker currently facing criminal charges, they would not take questions about the incident itself. Here's Roderick Walker talking with reporters a moment ago during that press conference.
That I was scared, and I feared for my life. And I just pray and just hope that it don't happen to nobody else.
And during that press conference, we learned about some of the injuries. Walker's attorneys are saying that he suffered a mild traumatic brain injury. He's having cognitive problems, headaches. He's having dizzy spells. They believe he might have fractures around both of his eyes, as well as a jaw injury and nerve damage in one of his arms. That press conference, as I mentioned, ended just moments ago. We have that full press conference right now going up on our website, 11alive.com, and also the 11Alive YouTube page. Fran?
Joe, thank you. Ongoing rescues in the Gulf Coast days after Hurricane Sally ripped through. Next, how communities in the storm's path are evaluating the damage.
Today at noon on 11Alive.
We are seeing that lack of smell or altered taste can be a symptom.
We answer your coronavirus-related medical questions. Because 11Alive is where Atlanta speaks.
Televised newscasts not enough for you? Get even more at 11Alive's YouTube channel, where you'll find uncut interviews, extended body cam footage, live streams of Atlanta's biggest trials, and more. Subscribe to 11Alive today.
Let's start with a viral message going around. Quote, vast majority of people who died had ibuprofen Advil in their system. This message is fake.
We just bought 20 dust masks for $97.
Are you doing this to help people, or are you doing this to make money, or both?
Both. Take this email sent to the Verify team. Is it safe to have your house cleaned by outside workers? The best practice is to limit guests to emergencies only.
We know things are changing every day, but we're here with you. Continuous COVID-19 coverage during prime time. We're committed to giving you facts, not fear. On 11Alive News Primetime, weeknights from 8 to 11 on WATF.
There are everyday actions to help prevent the spread of respiratory diseases. Wash your hands. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Stay home when you are sick. Cover your cough or sneeze. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects with household cleaning spray. For more information, visit cdc.gov/COVID-19. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Today at noon on 11Alive.
We are seeing that lack of smell or altered taste can be a symptom.
We answer you.
A massive cleanup is underway in communities along the Gulf Coast slammed by Hurricane Sally. Days after the storm made landfall, thousands are still without power. Sam Brock has more on the road to recovery.
After Hurricane Sally ripped through the region, residents are sweeping up and assessing their massive losses.
This is gone, this is gone, this is gone.
The powerful Category 2 storm causing widespread destruction, wrecking homes and businesses while claiming the life of at least one person and leaving several others missing.
That's a boat right there. That's a boat. Underneath your boat. That's correct.
500 members of Florida's National Guard called up, going house to house to help those stranded by the flooding. All of that water also crushing local businesses.
You could see here in the refrigeration, the water line.
Manuel Rodriguez and his wife Cindy relocated to Florida after COVID-19 forced their catering business in Washington, D.C. to shut down. They poured their life savings into a new venture.
And we were planning on opening on Tuesday, the inauguration of the business. But with the hurricane, unfortunately, we had to close, and we lost everything.
Mississippi and Alabama also hit hard by the hurricane.
Our state is reeling just as our people are hurting.
Some residents say this is the last storm they'll ride out.
My daughter and I will leave from now on. Definitely.
Back in Florida,
We built the boat out of steel for this very reason. It's bulletproof.
Guy and Pamela Hall spent a terrifying night riding the storm out on their steel-hulled boat with their cat Frankie in tow.
The docks had broken.
The docks started to come apart, so we couldn't get off. We waited too long.
The couple says it was like the Wizard of Oz, debris and even a house floating by.
Yeah, it was scary. I just was hoping it would end, and it just kept going on and on.
Well, we're dealing with a little bit of sunshine breaking through some of those clouds out there, which is good. We got partly sunny skies at times. At times it's mostly cloudy, but no rain expected to come out of those clouds at all for this afternoon. Currently 75 degrees in the city. You're looking at the Cobb Cloverleaf. This is where 75 and I-285 meet. You can get on one or get off the other, you know, Cloverleaf. Anyway, there's a better look at some of those clouds out there. Again, no rain to speak of, and I don't suspect that we'll see a lot of rainfall today. The remnants of Sally pushing further offshore now up toward North Carolina, Virginia, Delmarva Peninsula, and will continue to push away. For us, yeah, we got rid of the rain at least. The winds have died down, but we still have those clouds in place. And unfortunately, the clouds will be around for not only today, but tonight and tomorrow as well. We'll be looking at mostly cloudy skies. 9 out of a possible 11 today on the wazometer. 81 will be your afternoon high temperature, 81. And really that depends on how much sunshine we get breaking through those clouds. Get on in here, bring some heat to the area. The humidity will start to go down. Our temperature will start to fall as well. Got a weak front up here to the north of us that will continue to sink further down to the south. We'll usher in some cooler, drier air, but that won't be until the latter half of the weekend. As I just stated, Saturday we'll have some more of those clouds around as well. Got a little northerly flow right now. Those winds on the light side, lighter than we were just yesterday. And the storms just keep on forming. Yes, indeed. Now this is Tropical Depression number 22. Has a good chance for some development. Will likely develop into a tropical storm and eventually a Category 1 hurricane as it meanders around a little bit. Models trying to get a grip on where that storm will go. We also have Teddy, which is a major hurricane, and we also have Wilfred now as a tropical storm. That is the last storm on the list for 2020. We now turn to the Greek alphabet. So if this storm right here behind it, which has a 20% chance for development, happens to form, it would be Alpha, or it could be Tropical Depression 22. Here's the latest track from the Hurricane Center. Right now, those winds at 35 miles per hour. It is forecast to become a tropical storm, which could happen today or tomorrow, and then a Category 1 as it kind of hangs along the Texas coastline there and then makes its way further off to the north. That's the latest track, but it's likely to change over the next couple of days as it's just meandering around a little bit. Teddy is a major Category 4 hurricane right now. It is going to head further into the Atlantic up toward, that is Bermuda right there, up toward Bermuda. Could brush right by there as a Category 3 or Category 2 hurricane before going further off to the north and starting to dissipate before it hits Halifax. Winfred is a tropical storm, barely, at 40 miles per hour, moving to the west-northwest at a pretty good clip at 17 miles per hour, but it is forecast to kind of stay out to sea as it begins to fade away. And you're probably thinking, okay, why does some storms form, some don't? Well, the conditions, the ingredients have to be right for these things to become a hurricane, not to mention a Category 4 hurricane. All right, our forecast calls for those clouds to be around. They'll stick around right on through tomorrow. By Sunday, that's when the sunshine breaks back out and cooler conditions are on the way. We're back right after this.
Who are sick, avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Stay home when you are sick. Cover your cough or sneeze. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects with household cleaning spray. For more information, visit cdc.gov/COVID-19. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Today at noon on 11Alive.
We are seeing that lack of smell or altered taste can be a symptom.
We answer your coronavirus-related medical questions. Because 11Alive is where Atlanta speaks.
Televised newscasts not enough for you? Get even more at 11Alive's YouTube channel, where you'll find uncut interviews, extended body cam footage, live streams of Atlanta's biggest trials, and more. Subscribe to 11Alive today.
Let's start with a viral message going around. Quote, vast majority of people who died had ibuprofen Advil in their system. This message is fake.
We just bought 20 dust masks for $97.
Are you doing this to help people, or are you doing this to make money, or both?
Both. Take this email sent to the Verify team. Is it safe to have your house cleaned by outside workers? The best practice is to limit guests to emergencies only.
We know things are changing every day, but we're here with you. Continuous COVID-19 coverage during prime time. We're committed to giving you facts, not fear. On 11Alive News Primetime, weeknights from 8 to 11 on WATF.
There are everyday actions to help prevent the spread of respiratory diseases. Wash your hands. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Stay home when you are sick. Cover your cough or sneeze. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects with household cleaning spray. For more information, visit cdc.gov/COVID-19. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Today at noon on 11Alive.
We are seeing that.
Welcome back. Higher pay and better benefits, big draws for jobs in the tech sector, right? Yet blacks and Latinos make up a tiny fraction of that workforce. Sharon Epperson reports on a nonprofit that's trying to change that.
Working in tech wasn't on Jossie Julian's radar when he was in high school.
It was a totally foreign concept to me. Through All-Star Code, really, I was really able to open my eyes to the power that tech has.
All-Star Code, a nonprofit educational organization, aims to get black and Latino young men interested in tech by teaching them computer science.
I just found it super empowering to be able to take something from concept to a technically executed project.
Empowerment is the goal, since the most recent U.S. employment data shows blacks and Latinos make up less than 15% of computer and information technology managers.
Providing access, providing an exposure, providing skills into the tech sector at the high school age is incredibly important.
Danny Rojas is executive director of All-Star Code, which went virtual this summer with 152 students. Mentoring innovative entrepreneurs is part of its mission.
We not only need to be consumers of technology, but we need to be creators of technology.
Having some coding skills is sort of like being dressed for success.
One of the few black tech CEOs in the country, Rocket Lawyers Charlie Moore, says these programs provide an on-ramp for many careers.
There's so many careers that are available now for somebody who is a computer scientist. That on-ramp can make you better as a lawyer or as a physician or medical researcher. You name it, you can be better if you've taken some computer science, if you've learned to code.
Thanks to this coding academy and its corporate sponsors, at 21, Jossie Julian is a Google software engineer.
The big takeaway there is that it's not really something that companies should be opting into because of a political trend or something like that. A company should really feel a sense of responsibility to bridge the gap.
And help to change the face of tech.
Absolutely remarkable. And Target says it's also working to increase diversity. The company says it plans to increase its black workforce by 20% in the next 3 years. The announcement coming in the company's latest diversity report. Target's chief diversity and inclusion officer says leadership development and training programs will also be offered to black team members. Coming up, spooky season is here and Six Flags is open for HalloFest. Next, how the theme park plans to operate amid the pandemic.
Broadcasters and this station.
Today at noon on 11Alive.
We are seeing that lack of smell or altered taste can be a symptom.
We answer your coronavirus-related medical questions. Because 11Alive is where Atlanta speaks.
Televised newscasts not enough for you? Get even more at 11Alive's YouTube channel, where you'll find uncut interviews, extended body cam footage, live streams of Atlanta's biggest trials, and more. Subscribe to 11Alive today.
In times of great uncertainty, some things become more clear. The things we take for granted, the people we depend on daily. Here at 11Alive, we'd like to say thank you. First responders, medical staff, sanitation workers, truck drivers, postal workers, and every brave Georgian doing their part to make a difference. We see you, we hear you, and we appreciate all that you do.
Let's start with a viral message going around. Quote, vast majority of people who died had ibuprofen Advil in their system. This message is fake.
We just bought 20 dust masks for $97.
Are you doing this to help people or are you doing this to make money or both?
Both. Take this email sent to the Verify team. Is it safe to have your house cleaned by outside workers? The best practice is to limit guests to emergencies only.
We know things are changing every day, but we're here with you. Continuous COVID-19 coverage during prime time. We're committed to giving you facts, not fear. On 11Alive News Primetime, weeknights from 8 to 11 on WATF.
There are everyday actions to help prevent the spread of respiratory diseases. Wash your hands. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Stay home when you are sick. Cover your cough or sneeze. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects with household cleaning spray. For more information, visit cdc.gov/COVID-19. This message brought to you by the National Association of
Welcome back. Happening today, Six Flags over Georgia is opening again for HalloFest. And amid the pandemic, the park is making adjustments. If you're thinking about paying with cash, think again. You will not be allowed to use cash anywhere inside the park. Only credit card, debit card, and mobile pay options will be accepted. And of course, that includes Visa, MasterCard, American Express, Discover, Apple Pay, Google Pay, and debit transactions. Six Flags is one of the first theme parks to make this change. All right, folks, we want to thank you for watching 11Alive News at noon. Stay safe. I'm Francesca Amaker. Have a great weekend, guys.
Let's start with a viral message going around. Quote, vast majority of people who died had ibuprofen Advil in their system. This message is fake.
We just bought 20 dust masks for $97.
Are you doing this to help people or are you doing this to make money or both?
Both.
Take this email sent to the Verify team. Is it safe to have your house cleaned by outside workers? The best practice is to limit guests to emergencies only.
We know things are changing every day, but we're here with you. Continuous COVID-19 coverage during prime time. We're committed to giving you facts, not fear. On 11Alive News Primetime, weeknights from 8 to 11 on WATF.
There are everyday actions to help prevent the spread of respiratory diseases. Wash your hands. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Stay home when you are sick. Cover your cough or sneeze. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects with household cleaning spray. For more information, visit cdc.gov/COVID-19. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Today at noon on 11Alive.
We are seeing that lack of smell or altered taste can be a symptom.
We answer your coronavirus-related medical questions. Because 11Alive is where Atlanta speaks.
Televised newscasts not enough for you? Get even more at 11Alive's YouTube channel, where you'll find uncut interviews, extended body cam footage, live streams of Atlanta's biggest trials, and more. Subscribe to 11Alive today.
In times of great uncertainty, some things become more clear. The things we take for granted, the people we depend on daily. Here at 11Alive, we'd like to say thank you. First responders, medical staff, sanitation workers, truck drivers, postal workers, and every brave Georgian doing their part to make a difference. We see you, we hear you, and we appreciate all that you do.
Let's start with a viral message going around. Quote, vast majority of people who died had ibuprofen Advil in their system. This message is fake.
We just bought 20 dust masks for $97.
Are you doing this to help people or are you doing this to make money or both?
Both.
Take this email sent to the Verify team. Is it safe to have your house cleaned